Hello. Thanks for coming. I was back in the pool room and underneath the pool table, which I really didn't need to go at, but I thought, oh well, I'll have a look. I found a Commodore 64, and there are no notes. There is some filth of time, but no notes. So of course, I'm curious. As curious I am. So, I should of course probably open it up and look inside first, in case there's something living in there. But that's rare. Mind you, who knows? Where did this come from? Has it lived in a garage? Has it lived in an attic? Has it lived in a basement? Has it lived in an outdoor shed? I don't know. I just don't know. But right now, the power supply is connected, the monitor cable is connected, the monitor is on. I'm going for it. Oh, look at that. It's up. It's alive. So that is encouraging. I think I will put in the diagnostic cartridge. Oh, it's funny. It showed that the memory was lessened, but the cartridge did not kick in. Ooh, well, there are perhaps issues here. Maybe cartridge port issues. I have not changed anything from the last machine I put this in. Well, interesting. So it's losing about 8K. But it's not responsive. So this could be a bad 6526 chip, maybe? Or the cartridge port could be dirty, but it's funny that it would access it, but not access it. Oops. So I'm moving the jumpers on this, because they need to be, and I'm flipping the switch, because it, flipped too many switches. So this should be the dead test, which usually takes longer to come up. But will it come up? Or will it too not perform? And if it does not perform, which it doesn't seem to be, it would indicate to me that there is indeed a problem with one of those chips. I am looking for my glasses. The quadfocals. To make sure that I have this dead test. Oh. No. Switches are not in the right place. Let's see what happens. Maybe a switch got flipped. I just don't know. I don't see anything happening. And I definitely am on the dead test. Alrighty. Let's turn that off. Gotta be very careful we not lose a jumper. Because they are critical to this. Oh crap. Oh dear. A jumper just fell into the machine. jumper. Alright. Diagnostic test. Off, off, on. Alright, I have everything in position. Oh. Okay, this definitely seems to have issues. Oh no. Let's try that again. It seems to be reporting vast issues of RAM. Oh. And now it is stuck. Wow. Yeah, this one definitely has something going on here. Alright. Let's see what happens. So this is not the dead test. The dead test did not want to function. This is the one that should have the harness attached, which I don't have attached. The other thing, of course, is sometimes after many, many years with no power, perhaps things get a little finicky. Sounds like an early SID chip with a gentle rumble. Alright, so that is now doing its thing. Interesting. It did turn on. Alright, I'm going to be daring. Perhaps foolish. I'm going to try these jumpers again. And I'm going to go back to the dead test and see if something has changed. Oh, the dead test is up. This one may take a while. It seems there's not, well, you know, chips can fail in many ways. They can just be done. And then there's nothing like an intermittent failure. Just to annoy you. And as it was described to me, sometimes when chips, like there's tiny little traces in there. If a tiny little trace gets a little squirrely, sometimes when the machine is dead stone cold, the trace is not making contact. But after power is applied, and things are heated up a bit, it might make contact. And other things, when you turn a machine on, things may be not working. Now, how did I get there? Okay. Imagine the trace is like just kind of almost touching. Heat will make it better. Other things, of course, when they're cold, they're okay. And then when they heat up, things might touch that shouldn't be touching, or things that are broken, as they heat, they then pull apart a little, and then they don't work. So this seems to be a bit of a mystery. It does. I don't know, like there were no notes with this, which of course should not be the case. I should have written things, but obviously I did not. This one appears to have been made in Canada. You see how, there we go. need to get better at, when I'm finished, moving things on, figuring out what's going to happen, and clearing the space. Because here I am. With an assortment of things here, gathering, much like the other table did. And this is not necessarily good. I will very carefully rescue the screws and set them there. And look inside. I don't like those snappy noises. Oh, well, it's a 64. The assembly number is 250407. The artwork is number 251137, revision B. It is got a layer of dust. That washes off, not washes off, but when I just rub most of the chips, it kind of comes off better. And, there is some dust in there. But it looks not terrible. And most of the major chips are in sockets. 2 of the ROMs are not. But that's not terrible. I suppose what I really need to do to see if there is an issue with this that is going to linger is I need to let it get cool. Oh, come on, fingers. I hate that noise. Because that is also when fingers break. Anyway, I suppose I need to let this get cool and then see if it does similar things when it's dead stone cold. Nothing will be as dead stone cold as if it had not been plugged in or used for 10 years or more. Well, no. Well, maybe so. If this was sitting right next to this machine here, so probably I tested it back then. But why I didn't put any notes on, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Alright, well, I'm going to leave this to sit. Did I unplug everything? I did. I'm going to delicately put this over here. I am. And, maybe I should go back to the pool room. See what else I can find. Also, I need to find some note paper of some sort to actually put notes on things such as this. I do. Which is very strange. Okay, yes. And also, this is tiny. I cannot lose this. It is precious. It is. Alright, I'll charge the phone. And this sacred circuit board, that works perfectly, fully populated, as they say, with a working SID chip and a working video chip. Everything else is mostly not socketed, except for this tiny little chip right here. Anyway, I gotta put this back safely out of the way, because it is listed for sale on eBay on my area called Commodore Treasures. And indeed, a treasure this is. Looks like, just glancing at the ports, doesn't look like it's been used very much. It's not a bad thing, also, to take just a pencil eraser and go down the edge connectors, ever so gently. I mean, you don't want to scrape off things, but also, you know, things can get microscopic corrosion. And that microscopic corrosion can stop things from working. Although not in this case. Alright, maybe I will go back to the pool room, see what else I can see what else I can find, and ultimately I guess what I really want to do is get to the small screen PET stuff so I can tinker on the other so that I can better make it known to those that are looking at it online what's up with it. Because I don't know, I've not tinkered. I don't have time to get into a whole huge thing with it. I've got to get things moving along. So, thank you for coming. We'll see what else appears from the pool room. And we'll see what else I list online. By the way, my plan for selling things is, it's not simple, but it's basically a three-pronged thing. Is that some things will go on eBay, some things will go on Kijiji, and some things will go on a new thing, a relatively newer thing called Facebook Marketplace. And, or the other thing, the fourth option is, if you're interested in something and wish to make a reasonable offer, just write to me at Dr. Bradley Photography at hotmail.com. That's Dr. Bradley, Photography, PHOTOGRAPHY at hotmail.com. And remember, I've kept these things a long time. I've taken good care of them. For some time I paid storage on them. I'm not giving things away, but I don't expect, you know, the moon. I would like things to go to a good home, but also I would like to be reasonably compensated for my efforts over the many, many years that I have kept these things safe, and that's why they're still here. Such as this. Working. Beautiful. Lovely. Anyway, it matters not to me how, but if we, be it through any of those four things, eBay, Kijiji, Marketplace, or just write to me, as long as we come to a fair deal, I think that's fair. So, anyway, I do need to, another thing I need to do, I need to get an area clear here to shoot pictures. Like right now, I have this monitor here, this 1902, which, since running the Magic Eraser over it, it's beautiful. It really looks dandy, like no yellowing, no whatever. It compared to what it was when I first went at it. Because, you know, even if it didn't have some of the, I don't know what it was, something had maybe splashed on it or something. But even a monitor that looks dandy and doesn't really have anything on it, there is microscopic, tiny dirt. Just a moment. Okay. And the Magic Eraser makes it look better. Anyway, I need to find a piece of paper. So, until we meet again,